This is Moments of Truth with Andrew Marks, co-founder of Success Hacker. Today I have with me Sherrod Patching, Chief Customer Officer at Leadspace. Sherrod, thanks for making the time for me today. Tell us a bit about your company and what you and your team are responsible for.
Sure, thank you, Andrew. So at Leadspace, we are a customer data platform. So what we're really solving for is unifying customer data across multiple systems. So across your marketing automation and your CRM. We do the unification of data, taking first party and blending it with thousands of third party data insights, and then layering on top of that AI, so recommendations and scoring what to do with your data essentially, and then ensuring that's plugged into all of your systems. So it's all really about creating a unified customer profile across multiple different sales and marketing systems for the purposes of alignment. My team is everything post-sales. So I oversee the customer success team, which are our CSMs, our support and integrations team, our professional services team, and also a team of data analysts who are located in Israel and help support the PS function.
How do you incorporate the principles of SMART goal setting, that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based, into your customer journey to help them achieve their definition of success?
Sure. So we start at the very beginning of the customer relationship. So I think maybe just to give a little bit of background on why I think this matters so much, the way that we lead our customer accounts and our partnerships here with our customers is by ensuring that every conversation that we have with a customer is based on essentially using our platform as a vehicle to get customers to positive business outcomes. So our role in CS is not about feature function. It's about how do I actually take business objectives and ensure that that is the conversation that I'm constantly having with my customer. And so it's about, I recognize where you're trying to get to, what good looks like, and Leadspace is just purely a vehicle to get you there versus making the conversation about Leadspace and not about the customer. So we start that, to answer your question, in the kickoff call. We try and make the kickoff call short, 30 minutes tops, so that a buyer will come to the call and also come to a call again, which tends to not be the case if you make them really long. So we'll do a 30-minute call, and the primary objective of that first call is, apart from just giving a quick overview of what the onboarding process is going to be like, then it's primarily to hear the buyer say in their words, here is what good looks like for this relationship. Here is how I'm going to measure this. And then making sure also too that the users and the champions, if not the buyer, who are on that call also hear the buyer say it. So it creates kind of that alignment and accountability between not just ourselves and the buyer, but also the buyer and the people who are working for them, because sometimes that hasn't been articulated. And we oftentimes, in missing this step, can run towards what our users think is good, only to find ourselves 6 months into a relationship and not whatsoever aligned with what the buyer was expecting to see. So we use this time to create that kind of alignment and ensure that we're all crystal clear on what that looks like. And one of the things that we have found is that sometimes if you spring business objective questions on people in a kickoff call without preparing them, they can oftentimes feel cornered. So they feel like they need to come up with these SMART metrics that they maybe haven't got or aren't prepared with. And so a couple of different things can happen. Either they don't have anything and they're terrified to say something in front of their boss, or their boss feels foolish because they haven't got something. So either you end up making them feel a bit cornered and they can become quite defensive, or they just make things up, which is far, far worse. So if you continue to push a customer on an objective and try and get them to a metrics, a SMART objective, without giving them a chance to think about it potentially before that call, what you can find is they come up with a number, and then you're being held accountable to a number that somebody just made up on a call. So we try and we send out emails before the kickoff saying, these are the types of things we're going to be talking about. Here are some suggested metrics that we see from our customer base. What matters to you? Get them thinking along those lines. If you have anything that you quantifiable that you can bring that we can discuss, so you're giving them as much opportunity to think about, oh yeah, I do care about bounce rate, and that is what I'm going to report into my executive team, or, oh, I do care about speed to lead, or whatever that might be, that we're setting that up potentially for our customer base, so that they come in prepared into the call. and you have a better opportunity to come out of that call with truly smart objectives.
That's great. I mean, I heard so many great best practices in there, and it all boiled down to really boils down to expectation management. This is the expectation of the person who paid for our service. This is the expectation of the team and what they need to bring to the table. Incredible transparency. I mean, that is the type of best practice that really sets both your customer and your team up to be successful. Excellent. Well, I appreciate that. That is a great moment of truth, a nugget of wisdom. I don't know, moment of truth sounded better than nuggets of wisdom, but I love it. Appreciate the time that you've taken with us today, and hopefully we'll have you back soon.
Great. Well, thank you.